Sup flappers, welcome back to another video. What a beautiful scenery we have here, and I'm talking about both the background and of course the foreground. And yes, it's gonna be a video about Raiden Shogun, and yes, I might start this video already pissing some people off, but you know, we're all entitled to our own opinion. You have yours and here is mine. Let's talk about Raiden Shogun, whether she is good at C0, whether she is worth it for you to pick up at C0, and of course I'm gonna provide some facts to back up my reasoning for the verdict I'm about to dish out to C0 Raiden. Alright, so let's just get this out of the way. Raiden Shogun at C0, she's good, but she's not great. I think that phrase sums up Raiden C0 so well. It's because, like many characters at C0, especially 5-star characters, their C0 is but an entry, like a glimpse of what they're fully capable of doing. And Raiden takes this to quite the extreme. She has an entire role that is omitted from her playstyle when she is that C0. And I don't think anyone is going to argue with me on this one. I mean, at least anybody who has played a C0 Raiden, has built a C0 Raiden. I can wholeheartedly, honestly sit here and tell you that I've tried my best to build C0 Raiden to be somebody who's worthy of her field time in terms of DPS. Now, I know a lot of people always say like, Walrus, why does it always have to be about DPS with you, man? Like, dude, not all characters have to be DPS. Like, yes, you're correct. I'm not gonna sit here and compare DPS between a Hu Tao and a Diona, all right? And don't get me wrong. See, this is the thing. And then when I go the other way, people say, wow, are you trying to say Diona can't be a main DPS? Everybody can be a main DPS, all right? Everybody can. But somehow, I can deal more damage with my Diona on field than my Raiden Shogun. And of course, it's because Diona is cryo and there are current units in cryo, blah, 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 blah. You guys get the point. But what I'm trying to say is, Raiden Shogun at C0 struggles to output enough damage to justify the amount of time she needs to be on field, which is the time she uses her burst skill. And while her burst skill does more than just damage, yes, there's a utility aspect to it that regens energy particles for the rest of her team. I am not saying that is useless, but hear me out. There are also options to replacing her if you're just talking about energy regeneration here, right? Let's be honest, people. Same elemental type characters have great batteries. It's not like before Raiden came into our world, we had no way to regenerate particles for the rest of our parties, right? Bennett could have generated particles for Xiangling, and right, Favonius Spear can also be a good tool, especially for people who have Zhongli to use as battery options as well, like a off element battery generator. So what am I trying to tell you? Am I saying skip C0 Raiden? If you're going for C0 Raiden, she is useless? No. There are specific teams that C0 Raiden just shines in, especially with Eula. If you want to find a character that pairs with Eula, Raiden it doesn't get better than Raiden, right? Because at the end of the day, even if Raiden Shogun herself on field is not dishing as much damage as you possibly can get, she's still providing that super conduct. She is still going to output some levels of damage. She's still going to be facilitating damage while she is off field. There is a lot that is built into her kit, even at C0, to the point that can justify certain team comps, certain variations, but understand that Raiden Shogun is going to be played on field essentially as a DPS lost in most cases. What I mean by that is you can always fit another character into this team and to be on field instead of Raiden Shogun, who can deal more damage. But where is the value? The value is what she does when she is not on the field. And also, of course, bring it back to that sweet energy regen. All right. So in essence, what I'm currently saying is that Raiden Shogun's main problem is not her kit. It's not her utility. It's her damage output at C0 that is the main problem. And to be more specific for you guys, it's her damage ceiling. It's capped. You just can't really get that much higher without, let's say, like if you have an R5 engulfing lightning with the most cracked out artifact sets you can get, yeah, she can still do decent damage. You see, like this is the point where we really have to reevaluate what we're talking about here. Like with that kind of itemization for a character, you're dealing decent damage. But if you have the same thing and let's say you have a C2 Raiden, immediately you are broken beyond belief. Yes, and now we have to kind of dive a little deeper into this conversation is then when does Raiden become worth it? And I just told you guys, right? C2 is when Raiden unlocks most of her shackles. She gets access to an entirely new role and her field time starts going from, you know, hey, not really worthwhile to holy smokes, give me more. And that is the character we are essentially staring at right this very moment. For people who are curious, for people who are undecided, please don't let this video make you think that you have to go for a Raiden C2. Nobody has to go for constellations on any single character, but do understand a C0 Raiden will never be able to reach the kind of numbers that some of these showcases are pumping out. And even a C2, C3 Raiden, in most cases, without really good artifacts along with a couple refinements even in her signature weapon, you're gonna find it a little difficult to output anywhere near the amount of damage that these people are showcasing you, right? A C0 Raiden at best probably is going to deal 120 to 130k with her burst skill with a reaction on top of that, and you're going to be hitting for 15 18k per auto attack afterwards. And we're talking a well-built, well-invested Raiden Shogun at C0. If you're going to be running her with some ragtag artifacts that you've spent like 3k resin on, along with some like half-baked 3-star weapon, forget it. Even with a refinement 5 catch, you're going to be hitting a very, very low ceiling fairly quickly. All right, don't expect to pick up a C0 Raiden and have her carry your team. She can help your main carry right now do better. She can help them rotate through their DPS windows faster. Your team's general downtime will be lowered, meaning all their burst skills, of course, will be refreshed faster. But now, here's the scenario. If you are already refreshing fast enough to the point where you're barely keeping up with your cooldowns, then picking up a Raiden Shogun, you're like, oh, you know, like picking up a Raiden Shogun, everything's going to be faster. Well, no, remember, you're going to still be gated by their cooldowns. So here's the tricky thing, right, about this character is like she does something amazing, which is she charges everybody's energy, and along with her elemental skill provides decent off-field damage support in the electro element. But at the same time, a lot of people don't really want that electro element to support them, right? Only super conduct. So at the end of the day, Raiden Shogun has a relatively difficult time as a C0 unit to fit into many different team comps. She's not like Zhongli, who can take a Favonius spear and slap into most teams and have some sort of usefulness. No, Raiden Shogun currently struggles at C0 to facilitate teams that are outside of her specific ones. And personally, I think that's okay, because the trade-off here is her Constellation 2 is so damn good that it's better than a couple of the C6s that I've seen in this game. So miHoYo is really trying to incentivize people to fork over the couple $100s here and just completely elevate Raiden to the next level. Now that is for you to decide whether you want to spend that kind of money to make this character elevate into a different realm, or you just want to keep her at C0 and play her in their specific teams that you really enjoy. All right, at the end of the day, remember, this is just my opinion. Take it with a grain of salt. You don't have to listen to me. You can try to get your C0 Raiden. You can try to build her as main DPS. You can come back, rub it in my face when you succeed. I would love to see that, and all the power to the people who want to play this game however they want. I'm just telling you guys, I've tried, and so has many other people, and the consensus is this, and I just told you. All right, like, subscribe, tune into my live streams on Wednesdays and Saturdays at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Would love to see you guys there. Love to hear your opinions. Please comment below what you guys think, your opinions on a C0 Raiden Shogun. The key words for today are going to be cool gadget. All right, until next time, urge you all to stay safe and peace.